Sometimes people ask, what is it that you have to do to be successful? You can try and you can try and you can try and you can put all of yourself into something. And it can be the hardest that it's ever been. And if you give up in that moment, you could be giving up right before the breakthrough. School takes 4 years for an undergraduate degree. If you give up in the 3rd year and 9 months, you give up too early. There is no second place in life. You either go for something 100% or you don't go at all. There's one thing that's guaranteed, because you're not guaranteed to have everything you want. There is one thing that's guaranteed, and that's that if you give up too soon, if you give up right before the breakthrough, you're guaranteed you'll never get it. You're guaranteed to never see the success that you're after. The saying goes that it's always darkest before the dawn. It's completely true. And it's right in that moment when it's darkest that you need more than ever to hold on to the hope. It's when you need to double down. It's when you need to get into the dirt. It's when you're feeling like there's nothing left. When it's absolutely the hardest. If you go to the gym, you know the feeling. If you play sports, you know the feeling. If you're a professional dancer, you know the feeling. Your body's physically exhausted. There's nothing left to take from yourself. But you know that if you don't get that last little bit, you're never going to make the breakthrough. It's the last couple of reps at the gym that get you the muscle building. It's the last couple of practices that make the muscle memory stick in your brain for when you're playing the game. To make that goal-winning, the game-winning touchdown, whatever it is, for you, in your area of expertise, you know that if you don't stick it out, see it through to the end, you're absolutely never going to make it. And at that point, what are you even playing for? In life, you have to know what your purpose is. You can never give up before the breakthrough, but knowing why you're playing the game is just as important. If it's something that you feel like you have to do, if it's something that drives you forward every single day, then you already know what it is. It's the feeling that gets you out of bed in the morning. Some people in this world have come across desire and passion, and they understand what it takes to move forward. They understand what it takes to get to that next level. And they're 100% dedicated, they're 110% committed. They wake up every single morning with purpose. What's your purpose? Why are you waking up every day? If you can't tell me right now, or tell the person next to you what it is that's making you get out of bed every single morning, then why even get out of bed? Why let your feet hit the ground if it's just another meaningless day? And people will talk about it all the time. They talk about the nonsense that's going on in the world. They talk about other people. They talk about things that they have no control over, and it makes them feel comfort. They reassure themselves that something can't be done. They reassure themselves that something's too hard. They reassure themselves that there's no good reason, maybe without saying it, they reassure themselves that there's no good reason to get out of bed in the morning. And this is what happens when people get depressed. There's nothing left to live for. So those people literally don't get out of bed, and it's a sickness. And you can't let yourself fall into that rut. You can't let yourself slow down. The momentum that you build through constantly getting up and knowing your purpose and getting out of bed and making strides in the right direction, making strides in any direction, gets you momentum. It gets you moving in some direction. It gets you moving ultimately in the right direction. In life, if you slow down too much, to the point that you stop, if you lose momentum, you'll never get to where you're going. Movement keeps movement. Slowing down and stopping breeds no progress. Along your journey, people are going to tell you that what you're trying to do can't be done. No matter how small your dream or how large your dream is yours. Don't let anybody tell you through criticism or otherwise, that it can't be done. And people are going to try, because people don't know what it takes to do the thing that you're doing. The 4-minute mile, something that had never been done before, was thought to be impossible. For decades, people tried. They could not do it. And then one man came along and he ran a 4-minute mile. And in that next year, the 365 days following that, people had no idea it was going to happen. But something like 30 people ran 4-minute miles after that. It's astonishing that once we take away the limits of our desire, the limits of our possibilities, all of the possibilities open up. You have to fail to be able to move forward. You have to be willing to go 110% forward, onward, upward, and every time you fall, get back up. You could fall 20 times, you could fail 20 times. There comes a point in your life where you realize that what you're doing, it's no longer about you. There comes a point in your life where you realize that the importance of what you're doing is no longer to help you. It's at that moment in your life where you realize that your gift, whatever your gift is, you've been given that gift for a reason. The world needs whatever it is that you have going on. If you are really, really passionate about cutting hair, you're really, really passionate about working on cars, you're really, really passionate about storytelling, writing novels, poetry, singing, anything, and you're working some nonsense job just to pay the bills, you are depriving the world of the single thing that you were given to share with them. You need to recognize your gift and your passion, not for you. You need to recognize it for them. You need to take what you're given, your gift, you need to move and as hard and fast as possible, grow that gift, grow that passion, and share it with as many people as possible so that they can embody the thing that you feel so strongly about. They can derive strength from it. They can go out and change the world. The biggest crime in humanity is depriving other people of your gift. The graveyard is said to be the richest place on earth. Do you know why? It's because most people die without ever having unleashed their greatest knowledge, without ever having opened up the lock that hides their passion, without ever taking that leap of faith and bringing their passion to the world. Don't stop until you've affected other people in the best way possible.